Alright, Ceero here, and back to Deathmark. This should be the last part, I think, based on the pattern. Have explored most of the place, and now I think all that's left is to fight the spirit. And so, in order to do that, I'd like to review the spirit file for Red Riding Hood. Just to recap so that I can get the right decisions made. I'd like to try and save her instead of destroy her, but I'm hardly ever able to do that, so we'll see how this goes. So we start off with Mashita reminding us, well, not reminding us, telling us for the first time about this request. So, a ghost story that takes place on the hotel street in K-City. A young girl wearing a red raincoat appears on rainy days, and anyone who enters a hotel with her ends up missing. Even worse, they're later discovered to have gone insane and tragically ending their lives. That's the dark rumor swirling around K-City. Mashita makes me investigate the rumors because he's pissed. I told Yasuoka about he's pissed that I told I made the same reading error the first time I read it. Noi gets excited about the occult, but I can't get her involved again, so I asked her to gather info for me while I visit the hotel in question. Masquerade. Alone. Mashita thinks the whole mess is bull, but for some reason I'm uneasy. Maybe it's just my imagination. We meet a girl in a red raincoat inside the abandoned hotel. For some reason she calls me sir and asks me questions, as if she wants to confirm something. Before she vanishes, I hear her whisper, "All the immoral people died." More pressing, Hiro dashes up the stairs after her without me. It's too dangerous, I need to follow her. She headed up to the 4th floor. I'm awakened by a noise the next morning and find that Christy and Suzu are here. Mashita asked Christy to bring me the results of his research on the hotel. Seems the place was famous for providing illegal services, though it was never reported to the police. It might have been because some of the guests were allegedly political bigwigs. We notice something odd as we search the elevator. The guide says there's a 6th floor, but the buttons only go up to the 5th. What could that mean? We might just have to try to get the elevator moving like Banshee suggests. But how do we do that? Diamond says something odd. That even if we can't really fix it, if we pretend to, aka perform a repairing ritual, that might work. That's his theory anyway. It's true that I use the same principle to defeat the spirits by releasing them of their grudges, so it's possible it'll work. There should be clues to help us perform the ritual in the hotel, so I need to keep looking. We find a broken circuit breaker. If we're going to do a repairing ritual for the elevator, we're going to need electricity, but how do we fix it? The breaker vibrates slightly and the metal whines. Diamond claims vibration is why there aren't any spider webs here. Apparently spiders hate things that vibrate. And that's it for the recap. So we're gonna go back into the hotel after this, and I mean, the spirit's still gonna be there, so we're gonna have to confront him eventually, but the elevator works. So we'll be able to check out the other floors as long as the spirit doesn't come and try to kill us. Alright, early morning. And I get the worst wake-up call ever. Is there a twist? We aren't gonna be able to go back to the hotel? Or is this something more supernatural? A severe pain threatens to split my head. The mysterious headache from yesterday is back with a vengeance. Oh yeah, there was that thing. And that's not another mark appearing? I meant to go to Daimon's hospital to see Hiro and Banshee while it was light out. Spots flash before my eyes. I can't even sit up. I pull the sheets up and wait for it to pass. I should probably get that checked out. I can't imagine it's good. I'm only just able to move by the time the sun is setting. Is that, like, you know, the sun rose, went through, and set again kind of setting? Or is it... No, that has to be it, because we investigate at night, go to sleep, and wake up, and then it would set again. So that's one whole day. But I guess if it's night again, he can go back and investigate, but he wouldn't have eaten anything during the day. Sounds like rain again. Well, that's perfect for the spirit to come back. It'd be nice if it were sunny for once. Great. I press my fingers to my temple to check. The whirlwind of pain has once again disappeared without a trace. I sigh. Well, if he goes to Diamond's hospital to get it checked out, at least he would make sure that it's not physical in nature. Mashita calls as I'm making coffee in the kitchen. He says he'll come along for tonight's investigation. Alright, finally! He's finally helping his own investigation. He must have finally wrapped up his other cases. He mentioned that he dropped by the hospital in between cases to see Hiro and Banshee. Seems they went berserk when they awoke and are now restrained. They refuse to eat. And how many days would that be? 2 days for Hiro, 1 day for Banshee? Relying on IVs won't work forever. I didn't expect the report to be good, but this is a critical point in the case. Before he hangs up, Mashita utters a warning. Then this is the 11th hour. Mashita doesn't offer a reply. The red lights outside the rain-soaked window are hazy like a wilting flower. It's time to head out. He keeps red lights outside? Is he trying to make this place look like a haunted house? Alright, well, I guess we're heading out. To Masquerade. I park the car in the parking lot, as always, and walk over to the street in the rain. I pass down the familiar road to the hotel. Ah, he's got his angry look on. Well, laid up in bed because of a very painful headache. A man in a trench coat cuts an imposing figure on the wet street corner, glittering in lights. You know damn well time is of the essence right now. Diamond's prepared for the worst, too. He's made arrangements to transfer them. Transfer them. Oh. They must be in pretty bad condition, then. And I didn't mention this over the phone, but I met someone at Diamond's hospital. I ran into Sho Nakashima. Oh, he's come and help? The guy with the bat? Sho, what was he doing there? Some of his gang hangs out here. Guess we're a hot topic with them. They've seen people in and out of the hotel. Nakashima heard about it and figured they were talking about you. He contacted the fortune teller, and, well... So now Sho knows about the case, too. Why didn't she just keep quiet? That old lady hands out business cards to anyone and everyone. It's a real pain. So, did you talk to Sho? Why would I? He cornered me, asking for info on the case, but I drove him off. I suddenly feel uneasy. You didn't say anything unnecessary, did you? Of course not. I just said to stay out of grown-up matters. Oh no, it's a headache! For just a moment, my vision tunnels and a blood vessel in my head throbs. Something wrong? No, I'm fine. I'm sure he doesn't want Sho involved either. But he really should have considered his words more carefully. I hear footsteps coming up behind me. Hey Sho, are you right behind us? It can't be. Sho? I raise my head with a sudden sense of dread. But it's only Moe Watanabe. Well, I mean, I guess only? She already knows about it, so I guess it's not as bad. But is this the report that I've been waiting for? Thank goodness. You're here after all. Good thing I came straight here. I got the results you asked me for. I looked at her blankly for a moment. Did you forget? We asked her to look into the case using her reporter knowledge. Her sources. But then I remember I asked her to use her connections to investigate the rumors. Right. Thanks. There's no time. Give us the short version. Oh, okay. Then I'll only cover the really important parts. I heard something amazing from someone who was there at the time. What? Like a hotel employee? No, not like that, jeez. When I say someone who was there, I obviously mean one of the high school girls who was up to no good. You talked to one? Well, that's some deep investigative reporting. This is legit, right? Even Mashida's interested. Only the people who used Masquerade really know what happened there. Hearing from someone involved is best. Yeah, her name's Ako. The editorial department helped me track her down. Ako, huh? I feel like I might remember something in the notes. She went to a nearby high school and did this part-time job, apparently. And what's really important is what Ako said about her classmate, Esko. Moe pulls a voice recorder from her bag and hits the play button. Da-da-da! Esko was one of the people in the notes as well. Yeah, a friend introduced me to a part-time job. It was whimsical. I just did it on a whim. Yeah, so we're supposed to meet at that hotel. Masquerade. And there's a system there where someone introduces us to customers. You get a lot of money from it, so everyone was dying to get hired. But one day, there was like an incident? Someone at school found out about the job. Some goody two-shoes class rep, Esko, said she was gonna tell her teacher, Mura. Everyone freaked out and apologized to her, saying they'd stop. She wouldn't listen. If our parents found out, it'd be the worst thing ever. We begged, but she didn't budge. In the end, she left class saying she was going to go to the police with Mura. We were totally freaking out, so I went to the hotel that night. The logic of this. Oh no, they're gonna find out that I, work illegally at this hotel. They're going to the police right now. Where should I go? To the hotel to incriminate myself. I mean, at that point there was no harm in going, you know? But then, she was there. Esko is standing in front of Masquerade in the drizzling rain, in a red raincoat. So it's Esko, huh? She had said she was going to the police, so who knows why she was at the hotel? But it made us all jumpy and on edge every day after that. Except nothing ever happened. Soon after that, Masquerade shut down. I guess they uncovered something. I'd like to know what happened to Esko. Because, you know, according to this, she showed up at the hotel in a red raincoat one day. They expected something to happen, but nothing ever did. But like, does Esko just keep going to school? Does the teacher Enmura just keep on teaching at school? And these girls are still doing their job? Their illegal job there? Even though they're scared of Esko telling on them? And the police coming? There's something missing here. Huh? The job? Yeah, I completely quit after that. Haha. Okay, well, at least that's one side of the story. But what about Esko? Was she just going to school this whole time? Or was she being a spirit after she appeared like that. That's Ako's testimony. Just the important parts, though. Moe got a fascinating first-hand account. The rumors of Red Riding Hood, and what was written in the guest books we found in the hotel. All the pieces are in that girl's confession. So what ended up happening to Esko? And that is the burning question, what happened to Esko? I don't know exactly, but apparently she stopped coming to school. According to Eiko, she just suddenly stopped showing up. Mashita snorts. It's too perfect. She was probably just being overly dramatic. Especially that part about the red raincoat. Most people use an umbrella when it's raining. I mean, by virtue of the word most, it means that there are very few that would use a red raincoat. I can remember seeing people in raincoats. I mean, it's not common, but like the fact that I've seen real people use real raincoats means that, you know, it exists. That's true. Mashita's right. It's possible that the raincoat was a sign for whoever she was waiting for, but hardly anyone comes down this street. It doesn't really fit. Is that all you have to tell us? Then hurry up and go home. So I really can't come with you? I worked really hard, you know. Apparently, Moe really wants to come along. I do feel bad. She worked and got us that info just so she can investigate with us. I mean, there's feeling bad and there's also the fact that you know that, like, every time that you went to this hotel, someone came back, like, completely, mind broken. But, sorry, but you shouldn't be here. There have already been 2 victims. We can't get you wrapped up in this too. Oh, okay. I understand. Moe nods. I guess she's already over it. Yes, we will be careful. She sounds worried about me. She disappears around the street corner. Alright, and then, a siren echoes on the wind, an unnatural howl in the distance. So, she will go away, but in return, what was his name? Sho? Will come in, right? And join us? I look up at Masquerade looming before us. What in the hell happened inside that hunk of concrete? There's always a tragic cause to the birth of a spirit. Red Riding Hood must be the same. We already have a pretty tragic cause. What with everything that happens in the hotel. But I can't watch my friends die. I slowly step forward, trying to escape from the unease that's threatening to engulf me. It's not right for the dead to meddle with the living. Mashita mutters beside me. Is that a personal creed? Nah, just what I think. Mashita clicks his tongue. Alright, Eiko's testimony. So let's get on to the hotel. We've got that elevator working now, but... Oh, what's up? Hey. As I step into the lobby, Mashita stops in front of me. What's wrong? What a fantastic job you've done here. Huh? What are you talking about? Yeah, what's up? Look. Oh. Would you look at those webs? What? The lobby looks completely different. The room is covered in white. No, it wasn't like this yesterday. Thought so. These are... webs? Yeah, it looks like they're so dense. Well, they're only in the ceilings, thankfully, I guess. Mashita touches one of the floating threads. Looks like she's upped the ante. Bring it. Time to make our appointment with our lady friend. Just then, Are we... Are we encountering the spirit right away? The groan of the elevator moving echoes. Did the elevator just come back to the first floor? That mean someone's already here? Please be show and not like the spirit. Did you see which floor it came from? No, I wasn't looking. Though I feel like it took a while between when I heard the noise and its arrival. I'm betting it's on one of the upper floors. Maybe the 4th or 5th. Yesterday, we got the elevator working and managed to get to the 4th floor. But because of what happened to Banshee, we weren't able to investigate any higher. Okay, let's start on the 4th floor. Do we want to start on the 4th floor? I mean, if you insist, Mashita, we'll skip the first 3 floors. And go to the 4th floor. I hope we're not missing anything because of you. Well, we've investigated a lot already, so we should be fine. Alright, let's get out of here. And be safe, be safe! Oh, whew. Okay, what is this painting? This one is a picture of a masked girl running down a trail. So the first floor has a wedding dress. The second floor has an old lady. The third floor has a man and a woman. The 4th floor has a masked girl. So it would go 1, 4, 3, 2. No, wait, not 1, 4, 3, 2. 4, 3, 4, 3, 1, 2. 4, 3, 1, 2. Maybe. Maybe. Ha. My guess. Hmm? The phone's ringing. Let's pick it up. I hear a faint laugh. I don't hear anything more coming from it. Majta, you don't have anything to say? There's also the mystery of these masks. I feel like there's a lot of tricks here. Like, I have to take notes or something. The number of masks in each room is different. On each floor is different. That might matter. Let's check the bathtub. Dark red water. Iron. Well, that doesn't sound nice. Is this also red? Yes, old blood. Can I feel it? I really don't want to do this, but I still need to check it out. Shut my eyes and stick my fingers down the drain. Touch something hard. Something cylindrical is stuck down there. Sadly, my fingers don't seem to be able to reach it. Something in there? It's often a prime location to hide incriminating objects. Is it really? The sink is highly used. It'd normally be in, like, the toilet thing, right? The toilet tank? It's likely an important piece of evidence. We should get it. Can I fish it out using the key? Hey, I can think of a way to use it. Use it like a stick and, like, try to, like, poke it out. What about this credit card? It's thin. Yeah, if the keys didn't work, the credit card wouldn't work. Alright. We'll have to come back to this room. So first, we're gonna check out this one. Wait, is this the one that I was just in? This was totally not the one I was just in. Oof. I'm like, did I just come back to the same room? Yeah, and? Alright. Venetian mask. Wait, I can look at it? And I can feel it. Oh. It's just a talisman. Which is useful, but like... not gonna help me out on solving this issue. It's a chest. Let's look at it. Alright. What's inside? A notebook. What's that? A guest book provided by the hotel. Guests write about their experiences in it. I glanced through the pages. This guest book's entries are clearly different from all of the other ones. It covers a number of horrifying topics such as devil worship and the different kinds of torture. Every page is crammed with stuff like that. Sounds like a book that would suit the third floor. It's impossible to tell which ones are delusions and which ones actually took place. The only thing I can say for sure is that it's surging with a twisted, single-minded appetite. I silently hand over the guest book. Mashita skims through it, then smirks. Huh. That's quite the hobby. The handwriting differs by page. This was written by several guests. I find that hard to believe. I sincerely doubt there are so many people in the world who have such a unique hobby. Well, I guess all of that few people who share this unique hobby all gathered here together. They're like monster onto a flame. You wouldn't even know to look at them. Pieces are finally coming together. Seems this hotel offered a special service for its perverted guests. You mean the kind of stuff written in that guest book? Yeah. The kids working that part-time job were probably part of it too. Guaranteed their safety and complete confidentiality, of course. After all, the one who sold his soul was probably most nervous about that. Still, these people have quite the imagination. Mashita mutters sarcastically as he casually leafs through the pages. Then he stops. Hey, this phrase. Do you know what it means? The phrase Mashita's pointing to is... Joro Gumo's punishment. Gumo sounds like spider in Japanese. Joro Gumo, huh? It would match with all of this spider stuff going on. It's a spider monster from Japanese folklore that can shapeshift into a beautiful woman. Ah, so you do know about it. Thanks so much for the info dump. It wasn't a dump, it was one sentence. I ignore the hint of sarcasm in his voice and read the rest of the page. Joro Gumo's punishment is a recreation of a certain urban legend. You capture the largest spider you can find. A wild one would be best. Sharpen the sacrifice's senses with drugs, and use a mouth speculum to keep their mouths open. Then throw the spider into their mouth. Well... if they manage to swallow it, they're innocent. If they don't, or the spider escapes, they're guilty. Well... it's a witch trial meant to judge truth from lie. If I get a sacrifice that needs punishing, I'd like to try it out immediately. Well... I'm guessing Esco got this punishment done to her. It can't be that what's written here was actually... Did someone actually do this? Who knows? Hey. Calm down. Take a deep breath. Yeah. It's okay. I'm calm. I doubt Mashita believes me. It's obvious that I'm totally rattled. Don't forget Yashiki. We can't die here. Of course, I know that. I try to keep my reply as steady as possible, but my hands keep shaking as I put the guest book in my bag. Oh hey! There she was, for a second. There's a folding table and chair stored away. Fun stuff. I mean, I don't see it, but hey, cool, I guess. Alright, washroom. I wonder if there's something that'll be able to check out what's in that drain in the other washroom. So in here, there's some spiders' webs. And I can check out the mirror. It's probably dusty or something. Oh, some kind of slime is stuck. That's different from dust. Trash can. Let's look inside the trash can. And by look, I mean feel. A wad of paper falls out. Oh, a talisman. I sense that we're gonna get, an encounter. Okay. Nothing to help out my drain search, so we'll be heading back. Okay, I guess we need to head into the the fifth floor now. Because I can't get what's in that drain right now. Let's be safe about this, and nothing's here, right? We'll check out this one. And this is holding her hands with a child. So this would be after the marriage, and it would be before the elderly one. Okay, will I remember that? Probably not. What's in the electrical box? Nothing looks broken at first glance. Alright, cool. We don't have to pretend to be an electrician. Oh, it's locked. What is locked? Keyhole doesn't look rusted over. Could open it if I had the key. Does the emergency key ring work? None of them seem to work. Unfortunate. Okay. What about this door? Hey, shine the light inside. Well. That doesn't look alive. The body has finally turned up. Let's check it out. Right. Is there anything else to check out before I check out that body, though? There's a door and the coffin. So, let's take a look at the coffin. I doubt it's anything more than a fake prop, but it looks well made. Its placement makes it look even more real than an actual one. If it's real, isn't that, like, ridiculously expensive? I open the lid of the coffin. I find a book among the junk inside. Hey, it's a monster encyclopedia. It's a book about different monsters from around Japan and their associated legends. Is the spider one in there? Mashita flips through the book. Huh, so the spider monster originally killed people by drowning them in water. That's like the bathtub that's, completely red. Yeah, that sounds right. I remember reading a legend like that in one of the books piled up on my desk at Kujo Mansion. It usually targets woodcutters or hunters, but they're always saved at the last minute. Every region has a story like that. Saved? How? They use a tree stump. The spider takes it instead. Yo, we have a horse head! Then the protagonist escapes. I guess that's why the protagonist is like a woodcutter. Huh. I don't get it at all. There's no point in complaining about folklore. In any case, this'll make for a good reference. Take it with you. And so we have a book on monsters. I guess I should look at the body before I look at the door. And by look, I really mean look. Spiderwebs wrap around its entire body, making it look fake at first glance, but But when I look closer, it does appear to be, well, an actual human corpse. Let's feel this human corpse. When I touch it, something flakes off. It looks like traces of dried skin. The corpse is almost a complete skeleton. Small stature, but based on the thickness of the bones, it's likely an adult male. Considering how dried out it is, I'd say it's been here for at least a year. The problem is the cause of death. Mashita meticulously searches the corpse, then finally shakes his head. I just can't tell. Was he strangled by spider webs? Quit joking around. A joke, huh? It'd be great if that was all it was. Still, this skeleton. He must have been in pain when he died. His face is all twisted. If it was an adult male, then he was likely a guest here. No matter how hard I try to sympathize, I just can't. Hey, look at this. Mashita suddenly tosses something at me. I found it earlier. It belonged to this guy. It still has some fuel left. Keep it in your bag or something. Fuel, huh? Like a lighter, maybe? Yes, a cheap lighter. I was right. Yeah. Okay. I don't suppose there's anything we can do here. I'm not gonna light the corpse on fire. I don't think I need to do that. Let's go to the bathroom then. Hey, this looks like a completely normal bathroom. I hear gurgling of water. Is the plumbing actually working here, or is that sewage water? Alright, start with the garbage. A large clump of hair inside, as well as some paper waste. I mean, resisting the urge to scream? A clump of hair does not necessarily have to be scary. Someone could have gotten a haircut. That's probably not what happened here, but like, if he looks inside a hairdresser's garbage can, is that scary? Storage cabinet. What's in here? Covered with mold. That's unfortunate. That's unhealthy, even. Oh, a bent hanger. That sounds exactly like what I need to go back to the 4th floor. Goodbye, 5th floor. To the 4th floor. I don't need any of this. Actually, let me, before I do that, does this guy know how to lockpick? Well, I guess not. No lockpicking here. 4th floor. Ding. And then we're gonna check in that sink. I think it was this one. I totally forgot the order of the pictures already. Alright. Hanger. Let's go. Tool. Bent hanger. You know what? An idea hits me. I take out the bent hanger. I should be able to bend this into any shape I want. I bend it into one straight wire so it can fit down the drain. I stick it in the pipe and move it up and down. I hear the sound of dirty water being dislodged and hit something hard. Ooh, it's the key to room 502. On the key is a tag that says Deluxe Suite. That'll come in handy. Good thing it wasn't washed down the drain. Yeah. There are sticky white threads wrapped around this key too. Seems like they stopped it from falling all the way down the pipe. Thanks, spider? I guess? So we can head right over to the 5th floor. Hey, we're making progress. This elevator is really useful for, like, going to places quick. Woo. Use the key to room 502 to open the door. Alright, we have a different room. Broken wooden horse. Looks like it was treated pretty roughly. The horse is lying on its side. And do we have a head to take? I go to lift up the wooden horse. When I do, I notice something catch the light. Uh-huh. It's a metal tool. It's a mouth speculum. Well, this is sure feeling like someone forced the spider down someone's mouth. It's usually used for medical purposes, but some maniacs use them for other things. Well, yes, these maniacs, right? Huh. Just as I'm replying to Mashita. Oh no! A white light flashes before my eyes and I black out. Just like that? I didn't even finish the room. Esco? Esco? I hear someone sobbing. My eyes should be open, but everything is pitch black. I shake my head desperately and try to look around. A horrible image flows into my mind. What is this? A young girl is blindfolded and restrained. Her mouth is being forced open with that tool. Her breathing is ragged. She must have been given a drug of some kind. Let us commence the judgment. A man speaks theatrically behind me. The court has decided to give the accused a fair trial and will judge her crimes. The trial will now begin. Not much of a trial here. Dang, that's a big spider. That is a big spider. I shall put this spider in the accused's mouth, and if it crawls out, she is guilty. If she can swallow it, she is innocent. Upon hearing that, the girl starts jerking around frantically, her movements haphazard. Yeah, she can't even bite it. She desperately cries for help. Her words are garbled from fear or the drug. I mean, her words would be garbled because she can't even open and close her mouth. There's a lot of sounds you can't make if you can't open or close your mouth. Then a man releases a giant spider into the girl's mouth. Hey, get a hold of yourself. Yashiki, can you see me? The spider. Get it. Get it! Idiot, calm down. Did he just punch me? With a slug to the jaw, I finally returned to my— He did. That's right. I'm in a room at Masquerade. Then the vision I just saw— What did I just see? I went somewhere. You haven't gone anywhere. You just fell on the floor and started writhing. I feel like I've woken from a long dream. Can't believe that was hallucination. You finally calmed down? Yeah. I'm fine now. I wipe sweat off my forehead and swallow. That girl who was restrained. Was that Esco? If it is so, then— was she unable to go to the police because she was caught by people here? That's kind of what it looks like, doesn't it? So we'll check out the coffin in this room. Doubt it's anything more than a fake prop, but it looks well made. Yes. Similar to the other one. Is there a book in here, though? Another book. The book has pictures of various demons and demonic crests and lists their characteristics. I guess the guests here were interested in stuff like that. I guess that book was a bit less interesting than the other one. We aren't gonna be able to examine this cross there. Then let's just go straight to the washroom. So over here, the bath. Is it covered in red? Oh, dents and scratches. But apparently not red. Going by the appearance of the room, horrible things probably happened in here too. Well, you can imagine. Alright, what bottles are here? It's lined with hairdressing products, cologne, and lotion. Some of the bottles still have a bit of liquid left, but most are empty. I checked through all the bottles on the shelf. Bath salts and insect-repelling cream. Oh. Interesting. We're gonna have to keep some insects away, aren't we? But what is there left to do then? I hear footsteps as I step into the hallway. Okay, I guess it's gonna advance for us. I turn in the direction of the noise to see... Oh, hey! Sho Nagashima is standing there. Mashita said he ran into him at the hospital, but... I can't believe you came. Sho. What's the matter? Don't tell me he's a victim. I take a step towards him, but Mashita stops me. Wait. Something's not right. I look closely at Sho's face. No. Couldn't be. His face is unnaturally stiff. Suddenly, he begins yelling angrily. Wow. A sudden Christ. It's the bat that I wanted him to have to help us. But he's using it to attack us. He raises a metal bat he was hiding and moves in to attack. Get back, Yashiki. Mashita yells, urging me to escape. But we're in a hallway with close walls. What should I do? Wait, What are the options? I'll read them and then I'll decide. What should I do? Duck and dodge? Run to my right? Run to my left? What the heck? Right. I guess? This feels completely random. Hey, you're not getting away! Sho's bat alters course in a flash and I take a direct hit. Ouch. Am I dead? He straightens only to swing his bat again. Shit! I have my hands full with just trying to get away. There's no way I'll be able to restrain him. But if Sho's like Hero and is infected with the same mysterious poison, we have to restrain him or his life's in danger. I can't do this alone. What do I do? Well, I am still alive, I guess. Die! Sho's deranged eyes burn a hole in me. Attacking again. What do I do? Yo, tackle him! I'll tackle him! I desperately try for a counterattack. Idiot! I can see right through you! Sho easily dodges and swings his bat down. I think I'm dead. Yeah, okay. The surprise him by attacking him instead of running away strategy totally doesn't work. Clearly. It happens in a flash. After that, all I know is endless darkness. Okay. Decide again. I guess I'll do some skipping. And then, okay. The first choice I made was wrong. Maybe I should try duck and dodge? I quickly duck, covering my head. You're not getting away! Showspot alters course in a flash and I take a direct hit. Yeah, that didn't work either. What? It's dodge to the left? Specifically? He straightens, only to swing his bat again. Shit. And no? Now what do I pick? Do I keep dodging? Try to avoid getting hit? Draw his attention. I won't attack him. His attack specs are too high. What? Ah, I get hit again? If my chances are thin no matter what I do, my only choice is to draw his attention. Huh? Sho hesitates for a moment, confused. But a second later. You dumb idiot! You don't know when to give up, old man. The metal bat flashes above his head. Then. You're the idiot! Mashita! Go! Mashita suddenly appears next to him and throws a direct punch at his face. Alright. Those talismans helped out here. Whew. I mean, I didn't survive the first time around. The tackle! That was the wrong move. Sho tumbles to the ground. As he falls, his bat flies through the air and... what does it hit? Yeah. Unluckily for me, it collides into the side of my head and I collapse with a pitiful yelp. Knocked out for the second time today. Dumbass. Cursing, Mashita quickly grabs Sho's arm and completely restrains him. As Mashita puts his weight on him, Sho groans painfully. Finally, he faints. And now Mashita is left with 2 dead weights. Hey, Yashiki, you okay? Yeah, it just grazed me. Oh, I guess he's not completely knocked out. I sit up and gently shake my head back and forth. Thankfully, everything seems fine. Then give me a hand. We need to carry him out of here. He's probably like the others now. We'd better hurry. To think Sho would end up as the 3rd victim. I managed to make myself stand, but my spirits have dropped down to my feet. It's still sprinkling outside. We drag Sho out of the hotel. Finally, we have a chance to catch our breaths. We'll call off the investigation for tonight. Yeah. Banshee and Hero flash before my eyes. But Sho's safety should come first. Let's go ahead and bring him to the hospital. I'll go get the car. Good idea. Yours is better for moving sick people around. I take out the car key and stand up. But just as I do, it's the headache! You know, at this point, you might as well go to the hospital as well. A piercing pain runs through the side of my head and I fall back to my knees. Yashiki? It's just a headache. I thought it had gone away, so why? You got hit right where it hurts, huh? Then just rest there. But, Sho... You're injured too, so take it easy. I'll take Nakashima in my car. In that case, take Yashiki too. At least he can get checked out. You wait here until I get back. Got it? I'll come straight back after I drop him off. Sorry. Sho's in your hands now. Mashita collects Sho and disappears. So you leave this guy who's got a head injury head injury possibly in like the red light district in the middle of the rain where there's like an evil spirit instead of just bringing him in your car to the hospital where he can get checked out. Well, who knows? The soft pitter-patter of rain permeates the area. The sound of the rain seems to make this place even quieter somehow. Then I notice something. The noises aren't the only thing that's vanished. The pain is gone. The intense headache has faded, like it never was. This happened to me twice before. Hold on. Now I'm suspicious. I think back on the times when I had the headache. The first is when I went inside Masquerade with Diamond and Banshee. Back then, I'm pretty sure I wanted to keep everyone together. But then I had a headache and Banshee up and disappeared. My next headache came the following morning. I was trying to go see Ceero and Banshee, but in the end I was unable to. Then just now, I was going to the hospital with Sho and Mashita. I gaze at the entrance to Masquerade. You're the only one I want to see, sir. That's what Red Riding Hood said. I get it. I stare at the hotel as if I can see through doors. I feel like I could see a red figure inside. One rainy night, a girl stood there, wearing a red raincoat. Still waiting even now, for the one you respect so much. Yeah, so whatever happened to Enmura, the teacher? That headache always attacked when I was trying to stick with other people. If I stop trying and stay by myself like I am now, then it'll vanish like it was never there. I get it. Ceero, Banshee, and now Sho. I've gotten my friends all caught up in this. That's right. It's all my fault again. I'll come alone. So, do what you will. But the game mechanics when you fight alone would be completely different from if you fight together, because when you fight with a friend, you do combos and stuff. This is gonna be different. I go back inside Masquerade. A voice calls from the darkness, as if it was waiting for me. We're doing this? We're doing this? Here? What are you telling me to do? Absolutely not. I do not see the red thread of fate. I see a bunch of webs. The top floor in the room of masks. The top floor. The 6th floor was listed on the guide, but it was impossible to reach. I'll be waiting. Red Riding Hood's figure melts silently into the elevator. As she does, the elevator's floor display begins blinking on and off erratically. So she's telling me to go into the elevator. The combination. You know it, don't you, sir? Her voice reverberates through the elevator. It's the portraits, then. So she's telling me to go to her. This combination, what in the world could that be? Okay, first I'll try to do it from memory. Am I not able to go to the elevator? Oh, I need to do this. I'll try it from memory first. So, the spirit vanished into the elevator. I must be able to use the elevator to get to the top floor then. And the floor display began to blink on and off erratically. Is that some kind of hint? And that word she used, combination. I stare at the elevator buttons. Maybe I'm supposed to push these in a certain combination. If I press the floor buttons in a certain order, I might be able to get to the 6th floor. But what's the order? I've got no idea. I've got to think. There has to have been a clue somewhere inside Masquerade. Okay. Alright. Here we go. The portraits. Try the combination. Okay. So, there's a married woman on the 1st floor. On the 2nd floor, there's an elderly woman. On the 3rd floor, there's a woman with a man. On the 4th floor, there is a young girl. On the 5th floor, there is a woman with her baby, I think. Okay, so if we start from a young girl, a woman with a man, married, 5th floor, 2nd floor. We'll go with that combination. Okay. What was it again? 4th floor. 3rd floor. 1st floor. 5th floor. And 2nd floor. Eh? I pushed them all, right? 4, 3, 1, 5, 2? What? Why does it keep going? 4, 3, 2. This is endless? Eh? Okay, well clearly I don't know this combination then. What? I don't know the combination. It's not like there's... I'll double check. Wedding gown. Yeah? What if I push the... Huh? I'll verify. I'll verify. So, wedding dress? Gazing at a man. Wait a moment, did I get that mixed up? Gazing at a man. I'll check the 3rd floor. And then I'll try the combination again. Gazing at a man. Gazing at a man. Yes, okay. Yes, I think I got those two mixed up. 3rd is the one where she's elderly. So I will try the combination. So, she is a young girl on the 4th floor. She is gazing at a man on the 2nd floor. Then she marries them on the 1st floor. Then she has a child on the 5th floor. And then on the 3rd floor, on the 3rd floor, she is... Ah, there. She's elderly. I almost had it. The elevator door opens and a musty stench greets me. But that's not all. The smell. It's blood. Red Riding Hood's voice drifts on the wind. We're inside. The wind? The wind? I've been waiting for you. No, I doubt my words will reach her. But I feel like I have to at least say it. I'm not the one you respect. I'm not the one you're waiting for. Liar. You always lie. I'm not lying. I'm really not. And a scream splits the night. It's the same one I heard during the spider torture. Stop! Stop this! This won't accomplish anything. That's why, this time, I'm going to test you. Tell me the truth. And now it's quiz time. Oh, will I be able to answer this? Do I investigate first? Is that it? Or nope, it is quiz time. Alright. Time to try and figure this out. Alright, what do you want to know? Eiko and the others. Countless spiders fly out of the darkness and start crawling all over my body. A swarm of spiders keeps coming. Activate the massager! This worked last time. Shit! I take the massager out of my bag, hold it against my body, and hit the switch. This worked before. The spiders start acting strangely. They all scramble away. Yes! It worked before, and it worked again. Red Riding Hood lets out a gusty sigh. Glittering white threads fly through the air from her mouth. Oh. Ooh, what do I do here? She's trying to use her spider silk? Wait, I don't know what to do for this. Wave my jacket around? I quickly take off my jacket and wave it around, trying to shake off the spider silk. Okay, so the wooden horse thing, that folktale thing, I know I need to use it at some point, but the threads start wrapping around my feet until they're finally covering my whole body. Oh, rip, I died. Okay, I think that's when I used the wooden horse head. I sure died quickly. I'm suddenly unable to breathe. My vision slowly fades. Mashita would be disappointed when he comes back. Okay. We decide again. So, I mean, got the first one right. I think it'll be the wooden horse head then. I should really take more time to think about these. But the quick time events are scary. It makes it feel like you don't have much time left because it counts down, but actually I have like 1,300. One, 337. Dang, leaked. I hold the horse head over mine as protection. Strangely enough, the threads seem drawn to it and only wrap around the horse head. Okay. What's next? What's this, circle? She seems to be coming closer, too. Sir, who's in the wrong? I only did what was right. That's for the law to decide. Was that a bad choice? I kind of picked quickly. Red Riding Hood is staring at me. Sir, come with me. The only thing that matters is your life. Well... how do you know a person's worth seems like the way to go here. Because we can't say that life is cheap specifically, but oh, she's not happy with that. And we can't say that everyone has a family. Red Riding Hood screams again. Then her maddening eyes glare at me. This is a bit difficult. What am I meant to say? Sir, hi. How do I look to you? Oh boy. What are the options gonna be like? You're like a little sister to me. Maybe just like that? I don't know you, but that's right. What do you like about me? I don't know anything about this. Your honestness? Your honesty? Your righteousness? Your beauty? Not your beauty. Hehehe. Safe. I don't know how I'm safe from those choices, but I guess I'm safe. I mean, I think her honesty is probably good. Yeah? Let's. Red Riding Hood's figure wavers, then smashes through the window and off into the night. Wait a moment. That sounds like she just left the hotel. Is she going after the people in the hospital? Did she just jump? The bustling city can be heard out of the window. I wipe my sweaty brow with my shirt sleeve. Something touches my cheek. Something's floating in the darkness. A thread? As I follow it with my eyes, I realize that it's wrapped around my wrist. Whoa! We getting dragged out of the window? We're on the 6th floor right now. Something yanks me toward the window. I brace my legs and try to resist, but all in vain. I mean, if there's literally like a thread around your wrist that's pulling your whole body's weight, I'm kind of worried about your circulation. I'm worried about your hand, to be honest. I'm thrown out into the night sky. I scream as I plummet. To the hospital. No, I should be rushing towards the ground. Oh yeah, sky? Just as I give up all hope, a strong jolt makes me look up. A man struggles to hold onto my arm, his teeth gritting with effort. Oh hey. Phew. Yeah. Amazing that he managed to... How did he get there? But Mashida? Shut up and give me your other arm. Hurry up. Grab onto me. Right. He desperately tries to pull me up, and after what feels like an eternity of struggling, I make it over the ledge and tumble safely back inside the hotel. The only sounds that can be heard is our gasp for breath as we sit in the darkness. Why did you ignore my orders? Mashita spits words out between wheezes. Sorry. This isn't the time to be making excuses. I might be better off shutting up. Idiot. Try putting yourself in my shoes. Is she gone? I think so. The window... I'm still trembling as I point to the broken window. She threw herself out of it. She might have been trying to take me with her. No, not you. That Sir person. Yeah, I suppose you're right. Can you walk? Then let's go. Mashita slowly stands and looks at me. Nicely done. That wasn't bad work for an amateur like you. Praise from Mashita? How kind. It stopped raining. The cool wind on my cheek hints at autumn. I'm going to drop by and see Daimon. I'd like to see how the others are doing. Me too, me too! Can we go see them? Yeah. What? Hand me the car key. No, I can drive. Have you completely gone mad? Look at your hands. I glance down at them, only to suddenly realize they're still shaking. You just faced down a spirit. You can't drive in that condition. The choice made for me. I take the key out of my pocket and toss it to Mashita. Corner parking lot. Right. You rest here. Mashita coming to drive around and pick us up? How kind. But I'm worried. I'm worried about this short period where we're alone again. But it's not raining, so it should be fine. His figure melts into the darkness. As I watch him go, I notice something down on the wet asphalt. Wait, is there gonna be something? In this short period of time when he goes to the parking lot and drives out with a car? Mere minutes? It's a spider. It's a dead spider. Is that Esco? It lay there, legs all curled up, almost as if it was desperately trying to hold on to something. I gently pick the spider up. I wrap it in my handkerchief and put it in my pocket. That's gonna get crushed, isn't it? Spiders aren't... I mean, I don't know. I figure spiders aren't that hard. Or it could be a very loose pocket, I guess. The car ride back is a blur. I sat and let Mashita's voice wash over me like background radio noise. I remember wondering if Red Riding Hood might have stolen part of my soul. Before the investigation today, Moe tipped us off on that testimony, remember? That helped me connect the dots. I realized a teacher was wrapped up in the case. A teacher from a school near the hotel was arrested for breaking the law. That's... Yo, and Mura was in on this? What does that have to do with anything? There was an odd part in Naoko's testimony. They were scared they'd be reported, but nothing ever happened. I see. So the teacher was in on it. That's the story. And that's how Esco got caught. And I guess that's why it's important when you're reporting to report it to more than just one person. In other words, Esco never went to the police after tattling to the teacher. Or maybe more. She couldn't go. I frown as I try to put the pieces together. I think I'm too spaced out as it's not making sense. You'd never make it as a detective. Can't you just drop that? I don't plan on becoming one anyway. There's only one possible answer. The Sir person Esco trusted so deeply was one of Masquerade's customers. I feel like I've been hit up the side of the head. Not with a pillow. More like a lead pipe. Or maybe like the metal bat that show kind of hit you with? The one she sought salvation from ended up being a criminal. The definition of irony. Mashita glances out the window and chuckles dryly. The bitter sound fits both of our moods. It was the teacher, and Mura, the one mentioned in Eiko's testimony. I saw a photo of him. He was thin, tall, the type popular with students. Well, I suppose... He glances back at me through the mirror. You might say he wasn't too unlike you. Mashita suddenly tosses a file at me. Those are the research results. Look them over if you want to know more. Results? I flip through the thick bundle of paper. They're a set of very well-organized documents. It would have taken a lot of time to gather this amount of information. Then it hits me. Wait a second. Mashita just said he connected the dots with the help of Moe's testimony. Which means he knew all of this before we started our investigation tonight. You knew everything? I just said I put it all together when I heard the testimony. Is this related to Mashita's other case that he was caught up in? But I decided not to tell you just in case. Why? If I had known, I could have... What would you have done? His tone turns mocking as he laughs. You would have just sympathized too much and let your guard down. You should be grateful I didn't. Mashita leaves me with the research file and heads to Diamond's hospital. Now that I'm alone, I can't keep my 3 hospitalized friends out of my mind. But there's nothing I can do for them right now. I've done everything I can. And at this point, you're pretty exhausted, right? Having faced down a spirit and, like, had a headache for a whole day and all of that stuff. Time to sleep? I bolster myself with that information. I spread Mashita's documents out on the table. I'm exhausted, but I feel like I need to go through them today. Who in the world was Red Riding Hood? If Mashita was right, the truth should be right in front of me. Alright, let's take a look at it then. Since apparently I'm not getting, like, a story part. Okay. Here. Mashita's report. I faced Red Riding Hood on the 6th floor where she had waited for me. Wait. This is what it says. Esko tattling to her homeroom teacher Enmura about the job is what started it all. Enmura proposed to Esko that they gather evidence first, and they arranged to meet at Masquerade that night. But the only thing waiting for Esko there was utter betrayal by the teacher she was in love with. It turned out that Enmura himself was one of Masquerade's customers. No one knows what exactly happened to Esko. She was found wandering the streets in her red raincoat and immediately admitted to a facility. Unfortunately, her mental state was too far gone already, and she committed suicide by throwing herself from a 6th floor window of the hospital. The night she died was cold and rainy, just like today. The report has info on Enmura as well. When he was arrested for other illegal activities, he ended up testifying about Masquerade as well. Having your partner wear all red was code that you were planning to use the deluxe suite of the hotel. That could be the reason Esko wore that red raincoat that night. Not long after the trial, Enmura apparently hung himself in jail. I guess that's some backstory. Good to know, I guess. Then we'll rest for today. That explains... I mean, everything was pretty much pieced together, though, so I'm satisfied with having understood it before reading Mashita's report directly. And so, the case surrounding Masquerade quietly comes to a close, leaving an invisible scar on that dark street. The lives lost there will never return, and neither will their trampled dignity. The only thing that saves that disaster is that my friends survived. Hiro, Banshee, and Sho all regained consciousness after that. They got out of it with no lasting symptoms, and are recovered enough to go back to their lives. Diamond concluded that the affliction inhibited the soul, very much like the mark. In that case, maybe Red Riding Hood was finally released from that horrible nightmare. Just like the spirits that gave people the mark. If anything good came about because of this case, then that would be it. I mean, that's always the case with these spirits. The good that comes out of it is by setting them to rest. A week later. What's up now? Yeah. Mashita suddenly shows up on my doorstep. Before I even open my mouth, he pulls out an envelope and tosses it on the table. I'm here to deliver this. It's your reward. What, cash? Take it and get out of here. I didn't do it because I wanted a reward. How should I know? The client asked me to do this, that's all. I did my job and handed it over. The rest is in your hands. Damn, what a pain. Mashita turns and curses under his breath, but I can still hear everything he says. That's all you came for? No, there's one other thing. I learned something from this past case. And what's that? Something about you. You're suited for this work after all. That again? Sorry, but I'm done. Just hear me out. There have been more mysterious cases like masquerades popping up lately. I thought it might be Mark-related, but it seems like I was wrong. He stops for a moment, then mutters. Hyaki Yagyo. A monster's parade. Have you heard anything about it? A Hyaki Yagyo? Yeah, sure. And ghost stories. But he's clearly asking about something that's happening in the real world. No, I haven't. That's so. I figured you, of all people. Forget it. First he asks me, then he tells me to forget it. He only cares about his own bottom line. Mashita glances briefly at the sofa in the corner of the room. Might have known something. So you want my help? The old lady, Yasuoka, seems to think you could do some good. I do too. And that's all I wanted to say. No, wait. I have one last bit of advice. Quit doing stuff like that. Like what? You picked up that dead spider, didn't you? You saw? Just out of the corner of my eye. And that's why darkness follows you. Your ancestors probably had pity on her too. The living and the dead can't coexist. If you try to accept their feelings, you'll just end up getting pulled in. Well, I mean, personally... Even so, Mashita might be right. But even so, if someone doesn't accept them, they'll stay like that forever. That's not something I want to bear. Mashita just snorts derisively, like usual. He leaves, closing the door behind him. I mean, as a ghost myself, I'd like it if people gave me a chance. So, Yashiki's kindness is a plus for me. That marks the end of the case and the end of one chapter in my story. But someday in the future, I can't help but think that door will be thrown open again. And leaving room open for a sequel. which there is a sequel, so sequel hint, I guess. And that's it. Alright. I will save. I'm just like, having run out of save slots, I'm just going backwards and saving now. Oh, are we just looping right back to the beginning? This game really needs to like learn how to use the menu option. Anyways. That concludes this game. It feels weird to say I've just finished the game when I'm literally on the opening scene of the game. Can I just like I'll just skip so that I'm at the main menu instead. Wow, how nostalgic. The very beginning. It's where it all began. Back when this guy didn't know who he was. I mean, he doesn't know who he is for like the first week. The first several spirits that he takes down. But yeah. That's it for Deathmark, the Red Riding Hood DLC chapter. I think we just approach them. I really liked how I'm just like playing this on the side. I really liked how they had all of the characters like come in and like have their own appearances and stuff and like do their own appeal points kind of. Where's the menu? Let me get to the menu. Although, I definitely feel like Yashiki and Mashita are like the main pair, you know, protagonists of the story, dual protagonists of the story, even though I guess Mashita doesn't appear for like most of the case. Oh my gosh, I forgot his name was Kazuo. Let me just get out of here. Alright. This should mean I can head back to the menu, right? Soon? I feel terrible. Let me save. I'm so bad at like multitasking. So my mind is split between getting to the save point and getting just kind of thinking back on the case. Alright. Let's just destroy this doll right here, right now. We solve everything. But she was useful in explaining the first case. And like figuring out what all spirits were. But after she explained that, just destroy her. Why is the save point so far away? I thought it would be like right away, but now I'm thinking I shouldn't have started. I shouldn't have started trying to get to the main menu in the first place. All right. Wait, actually, is it even possible to get to the main menu from here? Okay, well, whatever. I guess you can't even get to the main menu from here. I'll leave it on the config screen. So anyways, yes, chapter 6, Red Riding Hood. So right from the get-go, it being Mashita's case was a nice way to intro us to a new case that's unrelated to anything else, but also has a bit of a stakes to it, which is nice because I think we've already had like everyone's personal cases in the main story, so having another spirit directly related to someone seems a bit unbalanced, I guess. So having it be like, wait, I say unbalanced, but like, it being Mashita's case makes it unbalanced towards Mashita, so maybe maybe it's my Mashita bias. It feels right for it to be a Mashita case because he's a detective and he does cases. It could just as easily have been like Christie's case or something because she's like journalist kind of thing. But yeah, Mashita I think makes a lot of sense, and then the fact that he was busy with the other case though also helps with not putting too much of a focus on him until the very end when he was free and was able to help out at the end. And so then like having each investigation night with different people, or like having them kind of pop in and just have like a scene or a conversation, kind of show that they're still around, still friendly. That was nice. And then also the subject matter being rather sensitive, meaning that the younger members were, well, they couldn't play much of a role. Though, to be honest, even if it weren't a sensitive subject matter, the kids shouldn't be playing a role either because of the violence and, like, you know, the danger. Like, we shouldn't be inviting kids to spirit hunting. So it's good that they kept them around for, like, the like, do I call it slice of life scenes? It's not really slice of life. The house scenes and stuff. That was a good way of including them. Like seeing gosh, I don't remember any of their names, but the girl like helping to clean up, and like the other kid and his dreams for the future. Yeah. And then for the adults, they actually helped out with the investigation. So that was good. And they mostly all had, like, you know, I want to say, like, moments to shine, but, like, does Sho's appearance count if all he did was show up and he's already been, like, mind broken? He didn't even get to show up in his full sane self. We just got, like, spirit controlled, well, not controlled, but altered self. He didn't show up by his own will. Well, he showed up by his own will. I don't know how to word. But yeah, I like Sho though. His bat making an appearance, that to me is the highlight. Even if he wasn't himself, at least he showed up with his bat. He came in wanting to help, and the only thing he did was cause trouble. But yeah, I guess that's pretty much it. I'm quite happy with how that went, and the pacing is actually, I guess that's another thing. The actual gameplay part of this, the structure of the hotel was really convenient. I liked it. Because if I think back to the later chapters and stuff in the main story, the investigation parts where you go through like maps and stuff gets really long and convoluted, and you can get lost, or at least I feel like you can get lost so easily. But with the hotel's floor structure being exactly the same for every single floor, but it's just different floors, it makes investigating so easy. And then yeah, it was really easy. I like that. I'm a person who likes easy games. At least for something like this, which is so story-based. So yes, I like that part of it. The game part of it. Yeah, I think that's pretty much all I have to say. I just want to take a look here. Maybe there's a way to get... return to the title screen. It was here. I could have been talking on the title screen this whole time. But I'll just take a quick look at the gallery. Wait a moment. There's some dangerous stuff in the gallery. I won't take a look at the gallery. I'll look at that off stream then. But yeah, that marks the end of my Death Mark streams, I guess. There is the sequel, but I'm not sure whether or not I'll play it on stream or not. So, I mean, that's still a question. If I do, it's not going to be this year at least. And I've got a bunch of other games that I want to play before, so it might be another year. Who knows? For the next couple of weeks though, since it is still October, I want to play some more horror games. And I'm thinking of playing some RPG Maker, like one of those RPG Maker horror games, since there's some that I heard about and I've wanted to play for a long time, but I've never played before. Like, I don't know anything about them, kinda. And so next week, I think I will try out The Witch's House. But I'll see how to get that and all that. Ready for next week. It's been a while since I played an RPG Maker game. I played Eve before, and that's pretty much it. But ever since I played that, I've kind of been interested in playing more RPG Maker games. So yeah, I think it'd be a cool chance to try it out. And they're pretty short too, so maybe 1 or 2 streams, I guess. Perfect for the end of October. So that's my plan for the next couple of weeks. And then after that, I will head back to the Fire Emblem Engage Xenologues. And that's it. So I'll end here, and thanks for watching, and goodbye. Have a nice week.